Hi, so this is going to be a video response to Jenny. It's a video about working moms. I had done one, I think like my first or second week back to work. I have been working since mid-October, out from maternity leave. Noah's now 4 months. So I've been back to work for about 13 weeks, I think. I went back when he was 7 weeks. He is with my grandmother. She watches him. She watched me when I was younger. She watched my brother. She watched my oldest son, and now she's watching Noah. So it's kind of like a family ritual, I guess you would say. But she enjoys doing it. I don't know if we have any more kids, if she'd be able to, because she's getting older. But it really helps us out, and it makes me feel comfortable with leaving him with somebody. A problem that I always, I actually sent Jenny a Facebook message when I think it was like my first two days back, asking her, how hard it was or whatever, because I think my first day back I just cried all day, and nobody really gets you ready for that. Nobody sets you down, and there's no classes for going back to work, and preparing yourself. There's like going back to work for breastfeeding, pumping classes and stuff, but there's nothing, and nobody really tells you how difficult it is to go back to work. Now some women I know that I've talked to, I'm with babycenter.com, and so in my September 2009 group, a lot of the women, or some of the women, said they didn't have a problem going back to work. I didn't think I would, but once I had him, it was a totally different feeling. When I woke up that morning, I was crying. When I got in the shower, I cried. When I got him dressed, I was crying. When I was getting dressed, I just cried. I cried all the way back to work. I cried at work. So for anybody that's planning on going back to work, just prepare yourself that it will be hard. Some people it's not that hard. For me it was, and I didn't think that it would be. But now that we are, like 13 weeks into it, I would love to be a stay-at-home mom. I know it's not the easiest job, but in a sense I do enjoy being a working mom. I guess because I do get a break. I get 6 to 8 hours, not really to myself, but, I don't have to worry about my cooking or cleaning or, doing things with Noah, feeding or, so to keep up my time, I have to pump, So working is difficult all at the same time as it is being a mother. I find myself in the afternoons when I go pick him up, I just love picking him up from my grandmother's. He's always, like when I get there, either if he's asleep or if he's awake, as soon as I walk in the door, he just has this huge smile on his face. And so that makes me feel good, that, I've been waiting all day for that big smile. And I know being like a stay-at-home mom, I have nothing against stay-at-home moms. I would love to be one, but I don't know, it's hard to explain. I did stay at home for a little while before I even had him, and like deep down inside I don't know if I'd really like to do it full time, I guess, because I feel like my job being a full-time mom or a full-time job, I work and then I have to come home and cook and clean, and I really don't have to clean, I guess you would say, if I'm just too tired. It's kind of like my excuse. I'm tired, I worked all day. But it's kind of like a stay-at-home mom, it's kind of like that is your job, I guess. You cook and you clean because then you take care of the kids. I just don't want to be labeled as having to do those because that is my job, kind of thing. So I don't want my husband to come home and say, well, you've been home all day, so why didn't you clean? So I enjoy working and then having the excuse of, I'm tired, I don't feel like cleaning. But then when I get home, I find it that, I have to come home, cook, clean, wash clothes, do everything within a couple hours and get to bed on a decent time. So it's difficult. I guess there's really no happy medium. Maybe even being working part-time, if we had another one, I don't know. But with the things that we have, Our rent is rather high. You know, our mortgage doesn't even cost, you know, some people have mortgages less than what we pay in rent. We can't buy right now because of our interest, our credit. And our car payments, you know, we have 2 new cars, you know, we have, you know, bills that we have to pay, so there's no way that I would be able to stay at home. But I do enjoy having that time to myself, whether because of breastfeeding, I find myself, that's all I'm doing at night. When I get home, it's like he wants to cluster feed. It's not him, you know, it's not every 2 hours. It seems like I'll feed him and then 45 minutes later he wants to eat again. So sometimes I feel like that's all I'm doing, is I work, come home and feed him, and then I have to find time to cook dinner in between, clean in between, and stuff like that. And then on the weekends I don't want to cook or clean. You know, I just want to relax and sleep, or, you know, just play with Noah or something. So I don't try not to ramble, but I think it would be hard for both situations. All my friends stay at home. I have one friend that I work with. You know, she works and has 3 kids. But all my other friends, they are stay-at-home moms. So it's like, everybody's like, well, let's go do something. I'm like, I can't. I have to work. You know, it's hard for me. And then it was hard, me knowing that I'm going to miss, or probably miss, a bunch of his milestones. You know, like, walking, you know, I might miss his first step, and I might miss him rolling over. Thank God I didn't. You know, I saw him rolling over for the first time. You know, maybe his first word, you know, those are the things that I will miss. And so I guess it just makes my time with him more precious, and I cherish it a lot more than, I'm not saying I cherish my time more than a stay-at-home mom, but I just cherish it more because I know this is the only time that I get. I think it's horrible that, you know, in order for people to live, they have to work 40-some hours, 40-plus hours a week. You know, it doesn't seem fair to me, so, but I guess life isn't fair. But, so this is just my video response to Jenny and how I feel about staying at home or working. I really would hope, if we do have another one, that's up in the air as well, that I would love to be able to stay at home, or at least work part-time. Or just try it. I don't know. So I know both of them are hard. Both jobs are difficult. I kind of think men have the easy way out, but that's just, I guess, my husband's standpoint. So if anybody has any questions or comments, just let me know. Thanks.